but I'm gonna go ahead and do just a week 1 through 4. About probably 2 weeks ago, I got hit up on Facebook about this collab channel or whatever. And I was gonna do it sooner, but work's just been killing me 7 nights a week. So finally have the chance right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just look off my phone and do the week 1 through 4 in this video. Week one. Name's Tyler James Bursonet. I'm 24 years old. I'm gonna be 25 November 8th. Um, I currently live back in my hometown now, Norton Shores, Michigan. I was living in Killeen, Texas, and Atlanta, Georgia, and I just moved back probably about a month ago due to trying to just. I had a good job in Georgia, but it just wasn't working out with as far as I was living paycheck to paycheck just because the rent was so much there and all the bills and everything like that. And Atlanta is a very big party city, so I wasn't getting ahead at all. I was just going out every weekend, blowing all that money. So I'm now currently living with my aunt, paying a little bit a month to help her out and stuff. But I've got a really good job here where I'm getting paid almost double than what I was in Georgia, so that's good. Um, on September 13th, it was my 2 years on testosterone, so a little over 2 years on that. I haven't had any surgeries yet. Um, I have a surgeon here who's about 3 hours away, who I have to go see next month for a consultation um, about getting surgery, just prices and stuff like that. My aunt said that she would go ahead and help with $1,000 of the surgery, and also my insurance company if I get a letter and some therapy taken care of. um, the insurance company will help, and then also they have like loan places and stuff like that. That my grandpa said he'd go ahead and get a loan for me. I could just pay him back. So I'm hoping within the next 5 to 6 months I'll go ahead and get a surgery scheduled. My favorite color is purple, as you can see behind me. I just painted this room purple, two of the walls. Um, I don't really watch any cartoon shows. I mean, the last one I can think of was probably maybe SpongeBob. I would watch with my siblings, but I really don't have time for TV. As much as I used to have my few shows that I watched, I just record and watch them when I can. But as far as just sitting down watching TV, I can never do that. Um, Food, I love Italian food. Olive Garden is my favorite restaurant, hands down. Buffalo Wild Wings, I'd have to say. But yeah, anything like pasta and stuff like that, I like. Um, Animals, my favorite animal is a shark. I want to go cage diving with my friend Parker. We're planning on doing that in Florida. Um, Activities and sports and stuff like that. I really just work. I watch football, and occasionally, I'll throw the ball around with some buddies or whatever. But as far as like doing anything like all the time, no, I don't. All right, week 2. Sorry, I'm doing this off my phone. My name, yes, I do like my name. Before this, I tried to do Sebastian because when I first came out, my mom was struggling with it, and once she finally got to the point where she was like, okay, coming to the terms of it and accepting, I asked her what she would have named me, and she said Sebastian, and I tried, but it just didn't stick because I was already going by Tyler. So that's where it stayed. Where did I get my name from? Actually, before I started my transition, I was in a relationship. Actually, I had a fiance. We were engaged, had a house together, and everything. And when I first came out telling her that I thought I was trans or whatever, well, she was actually kind of the one that asked me about it, and then I was like, I don't know, like I didn't really put anything into it. Like I was like, I feel that way, but my family was very religious, and I just didn't know. So when I started doing research and saw that I could relate to a lot of different guys, I was like, okay, yep. So Tyler off of, I think it was the first Teen Mom, maybe the second one, but I'm pretty sure it was the first one. There was a Tyler and Caitlin who gave up their baby for adoption, and she thought that I was that guy, pretty much like that. I was the one that was gonna support her no matter what and be there, work my ass off and do everything like that. So she just thought that in her head I was that kind of guy, and that's why she liked that name for me, and that kind of just stuck. All my friends liked it, my family liked it. Um, pretty much answer those next two questions. I don't know spiritual meaning. I mean, I haven't looked into it. And as far as my family, when I tried to do the Sebastian thing, my mom actually told me, she's like, I really know I wanted a son named Sebastian, but like you're just Tyler. It just stuck. Everyone's just like, no, you look like Tyler. Like that fits you. So yeah. Um, week 3. Who did I come out to first? Well, actually, it was my fiance at the time. She pretty much told me, she asked me about it one day. She had done some research on YouTube, and she just asked me, and she was like, I've been doing this and that, and I'm just wondering if like this could be you, or if you're just like a stud lesbian, like that's cool, but I just like even when her and I got together, she's straight, like she's completely straight, and I wasn't even starting transition, didn't even have short hair, nothing like that when her and I first met, and she had a boyfriend at the time. And she said that hey, we should hang out more and this and that, and like I wasn't out, I didn't even say like girls, like nothing like that, I just kept to myself. And we started partying and stuff like that, and then one thing led to another, and we started talking on more of a friendship basis, and she broke up with her boyfriend and told me that she liked me, but she didn't know why, because she's like, I don't like girls, but I don't look at you like you're a girl. She's like, she was really confused about it. And we got together, whatever like that, and like I told her like I felt like a boy and stuff like that, but I was so sheltered in such a religious family that I never really thought, okay, there is this stuff that I can do. Like there's a hormone I can take. Like I didn't know about any of that. So she went ahead and did research and confronted me about it. And then I sat there and watched video after video after video. I spent like 3 days watching a bunch of people, like from their pre-T all the way to where they're at now, and actually met some great friends that way. And it was just pretty much like it was her that was like, hey, is this you? And then I did my research and I said, yeah, this is me. So she was the first person that I actually came out to about it. As far as family and friends, my family, it took them about a year to accept it. My grandparent, my grandma, she still doesn't. She talks to me, she tolerates me, but she doesn't use Tyler. She just doesn't use pronouns and doesn't use name, pretty much. So I don't think she'll ever be okay with it, and I think a lot of the older generation isn't okay with it. But as far as my other family, they're really supportive now, and they understand. They see that I'm a lot happier this way, and they still struggle with it at times. But they're like, we'd rather have you be happy. And obviously, looking back now, my mom's like, you did a lot of things when you were younger that I just thought made you a tomboy, but it makes sense now. She's like, if I would have known what transgender was and what all this was, and she wasn't, I was raised by my aunt, my mom, and my grandma, so they, didn't really know anything like that, and they just thought I was a tomboy. So as far as friends, I pretty much told them, I said, if you don't call me by Tyler and don't use male pronouns and aren't okay with me, then you're not a friend. So I weaved out a lot of bad friends, and I don't really have a ton. I mean, I don't have time for them, but at the same time, it's just a lot of my close friends are ones who live in different states that I can pick up the phone or text or do whatever like that with. So I'm not out at my job, no. I wasn't out at my last job either. I know I moved back home and it's a lot harder to stay stealth, but as far as like people that I went to school with, who when I came out, I made a new Facebook page and I pretty much only added people that I still talk to. As far as people I graduated with, people that I used to know, from like a party or this and that could possibly say something on my page like, "Oh, you were so and so." I just deleted all of them out. Like I probably on my other Facebook page, I maybe have not even 200 friends. Like I'm not the kind of guy that I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have a million friends." Like look at me. I'm just like these are my true friends. These are my people that accept me, and even people that knew me before and I did the transition and they were still okay with me, they know not to say anything. They don't bring up old times. Like I'm Tyler. Like, but that's it. Point blank. Period. So as far as like when I moved away for 2 years and I came back and I can actually pass someone that I went to school with in the grocery store and they have no idea who I am. So that's awesome because they weren't there through the transition. They didn't see the changes and stuff like that. So if you look at a picture of me before T and where I'm at now, unless you really knew me on a like friendship basis and like saw me like daily, they'd have no idea. So I really don't struggle with that, and I'm not out anywhere at my job. I actually work with a dude that I graduated with, and he has no idea who I am. So it's cool. Um, and I changed my last name too. My name was Rose was my last name, and I changed my last name to my biological father's name because when I first came out with everything, my stepdad was not okay with it at all, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna get married and give kids this name and pass this on to my wife, like I don't want to have your last name carried on. Like I don't get along with his side of the family. Him and I are fine now. We actually have an awesome relationship now, but I took my biological father's last name, so now people can't even be like, I'm gonna look it up in the yearbook because like nothing. They have no idea. Um, when I came out to my parents, I wrote them a letter. Um, when I try to talk seriously with my mom, like even though it's serious, I get nervous and smile a lot, and I knew it was a really really serious conversation to have. So I pretty much wrote her a letter, letting her know how long I felt this way, why I feel this way, everything like that, and then I let her come to me when she was ready to talk. A lot of my friends expected it. As far as my aunt, she said it made sense. When I came out, first as a lesbian, she was like, finally, like, wasn't a shock to her. But as far as the trans thing, my family, they just didn't know about it, I think. But now the once they know about it and they researched it and saw these things, if they would have known about it, they would have said they've got me on therapy and hormones a lot faster. Um, the hardest thing about coming out was losing my fiance, honestly. Um, when her and I, were together, she was straight, and after we got in a serious relationship and moved in together and all that stuff, she was like, I feel like I'm pansexual. And I was like, okay. And she's like, I've just done research and stuff. And she's like, I've never really looked at the sex of anyone. I've just looked at like the personality. Well, then that turned into her just like, I think I'm a lesbian. And even when her and I sat down and talked about it, I said, how does this change like with you if you feel like you're a lesbian, you're attracted to girls and blah 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 blah. She pretty much in the beginning was like, I'm very supportive of you. She never said anything like I'm okay with being with you, but she's like, I'm very supportive with you. I'm gonna be here for you. I'm gonna help you. She was there for my first shot. She gave me some of my shots. Went to my doctor's appointments with me. Everything like that. But as the testosterone made me more manly, she just said that she couldn't do it. She said I'm very attractive, that I'm a very, I'm a great guy. I'm going to be a great father and a great husband someday. But she just likes girls. So it wasn't going to work out. It wasn't fair for her to be with me inside, the whole time thinking, like, I want to be with a female. So it sucked losing her, but you got to do what you got to do. Week 4, dating. Nothing on this one. Um, I don't have a significant other. I've been single for, besides I had a long distance relationship with a girl for almost 2 months. Um, her and I actually we're still talking. We're friends. We're still talking. She lives in California, so it's a very long distance. But we never like broke up and stopped talking or anything like that. Like we've always had communication. Um, and we're starting to get to that level again. I think it was just the distance scared both of us, but I think it's worth it. She's an amazing girl. Um, but besides her, I haven't been in any relationship where it's been like physical or anything like that. And it's gonna be 2 years the week after Thanksgiving. Um, yeah, well, I guess that pretty much sums up all that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it weekly now. I know Wednesdays is my days to do it, so I work third shift. So I'll go ahead and get home Wednesday morning, and before I go to bed and do all that fun stuff after work, I'll just do the video right away in the morning and post it for you guys. I've just it was hard getting all this stuff together. I had to pay my room. My bed just came, so I had to put that together. The digital cable or direct TV or whatever guy was here, so he was doing that kind of stuff, and I've just been really, really, really busy. Brothers football games, sisters cheerleading. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and for sure do it weekly now. So uh, this channel is a good idea. I was happy, to ask to be a part of it. And guys, feel free to message me. Um, Go ahead, if you want to message me and talk on a personal level or anything like that. Like I will give you my number. I'm just not gonna put it out in the public for just anyone. But I'd like to meet friends, make good friendships and everything like that. So yeah, Joel, feel free to hit me up whenever. I've got two Facebook's page, but this is the one that I'm okay with being uh, out about it. But my other one is completely stealth. So just go ahead and hit me up on this one. I have it linked on my phone so I can get the messages and stuff like that. Well, all right, guys, peace.